All right, we up and live again.
Hey there.
Hey everyone,
Hey, let us know
let
if you
us
can
know.
see us now.
Let us know. Let us know. Let us know. Maybe the second time is a charm. Maybe it was my singing that broke the internet.
Oh,
It could be. Okay, nope. Facebook is
it's Facebook,
it's
huh?
Facebook. Let's see if it's on YouTube
Interesting.
because we are
Is
on
it
YouTube.
StreamYard or is it somebody else? Let's see. Is it YouTube?
Let's go to YouTube.
Okay. Guess somebody don't want us to go live tonight. Well,
No, we on. Let me see if we're on YouTube real quick.
okay.
Mm, let's see. Sorry for the technical challenges. I had to change my account. There we go. Dating God's way.
Here we go. The H Factor.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
We good on YouTube?
Yeah, we live and look how we looking.
Oh wow. Yeah. Hey, join us on YouTube if you can. We are live on YouTube. Come to our YouTube page. Can you post that on our Dating God's Way Facebook?
Yeah.
Come to our YouTube because we are broadcasting on YouTube. We are on the tube. Y'all come to YouTube. Y'all come on over to YouTube.
Okay, I'm telling people now.
Yeah.
It took me a while to get there. Hey, you got to come over to YouTube. Oh wait a minute. Is this YouTube or is this? No, yeah, it's YouTube.
That's our YouTube.
Okay. How do? Oh, I have to tell people by text, huh?
Yeah. So I'm in this YouTube
Join
stream.
us on. You
I mean you in the Facebook stream.
Okay.
Remove Facebook. Remove.
This happened to somebody else. I'm remembering this.
And I'm gonna do this.
Somebody else said that.
Remove this from Dating God's Way. Remove. All right.
All right.
Come to our YouTube as we sit here and try to redirect you guys. I'm sorry.
Yes, we getting it together, y'all.
We getting it together.
About all of that. It just
it's meta. Meta
challenges.
Meta is messing up the night.
Meta. Oh no, don't connect to a device. It's not wanting to copy this link.
And this is what's going to happen with Meta. It's going to make you pay for these services, these broadcasting services.
Go ahead, Pastor.
That's what they're going to do.
That's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
That's what they're going to do.
Because they want you to buy it.
Copy link. Here we are. Now.
They want you to start buying
now. Okay. Awesome. Because that's what we're doing tonight is join us on YouTube.
Join us on YouTube.
Yeah, I sent the link.
There is more than one way.
All right. Yes.
Right. Hey, there you are. YouTube.
Uh-oh, it says,
ahead,
but y'all
daughter.
Sound weird. A clicking noise.
It's a clicking noise. Okay, it's our phones. Put your phones
away.
away.
Put the phone away. Okay, because it doesn't
away.
like the phone.
Doesn't like the phone.
All right. So you have to talk in the comments. That's the only way we will see you tonight because it doesn't like the phone. So we had to take the phones away.
How does it sound now? Does it sound weird?
Hey y'all.
Do we sound oh wait a minute. It may sound, let's see.
Oh, if you have it on right.
Settings.
Hey y'all.
Audio.
Hey everybody.
Okay. Line audio.
All right.
How do we sound now, everyone?
Yeah, just give us some feedback. We sound better. Still have a lot of clicking or what's happening? Sounds better. Excellent. Right. We got rid of the phones, y'all.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all. Happy
Put away
Tuesday.
The phones.
Welcome to Dating God's Way.
Welcome.
We here tonight.
Welcome.
We here together. In the same room together.
We are here together in the same room together. Yes, yes, yes,
Yes,
yes,
yes, yes,
yes.
yes, 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 yes.
And usually it's only me in my room, so it's a lot cooler. But now with my wife here, is the heat
warm?
the heat is warm.
You feel warm.
It's hot. It's
Hallelujah.
hot. I need some
So you
water.
got to share with somebody now the link for tonight because
Yeah.
I cannot use my phone. So I did send it to a few of you, but I cannot use my phone. But welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hey fam.
Hey fam. Maybe also, Tara, if you could share it on our Dating God's Way page as Dating God's Way, that would be amazing.
Thank you.
If you could share the YouTube link on our
Yes.
Dating God's Way page, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna have I think we're gonna have a fun topic tonight about the age factor. Okay,
Ooh.
the age factor.
Ooh.
Hey, welcome.
Welcome.
The age factor is what we're talking about tonight. Does age really matter?
Wow. Does age really matter?
Does age really matter? Now, there's a 4-year difference between me and Pastor Will. Yeah. I know y'all know that. He is 4 years older than me.
Yeah. 4 years.
And I've been hearing people say that's a lot. Have you been hearing that, Pastor? Like people now are saying like those type of like 4-year differences or whatever. Like they're saying that's a lot.
You know,
and I'm kind of shocked because I'm like 4 years is really not a lot in my opinion.
Well, my mom and dad is 4 years, so
really?
you been yeah. So me and you being 4 years, just really kind of sealed the deal. Like, hey, I guess this is the one because we 4 years like my mom and dad.
That is hilarious.
But I mean, I'll get into my theories.
Oh, you got theories about this?
I'll get into my theories in a few.
Okay.
But let's keep talking about some
people say like 4 years is a lot, now.
4 years for who? For the man or 4 years for the woman?
I don't think it makes a difference.
Okay.
I don't think it makes a difference if it's 4 years, the man or the woman.
Okay.
But like now I hear a lot of people saying 4 years is a big deal. And so I'm kind of wondering like what is a big deal? Like I do know women that have dated 10 years.
Okay.
10 years they're senior. I know quite a few women that have dated 10 years they're senior.
Okay.
So it's like, what is the number? Like, is there a number? Do the numbers matter? Like, I think we should talk about like what are some considerations you should make when you're thinking about numbers.
Okay.
Because I do think I have theories too. Then it came up just now.
Kavante, glad to see you. You made it on.
Hey y'all. I mean, like, I obviously do have some opinions. Then I didn't know that, but obviously, like, I must have opinions as well.
Okay.
But like when we talking about age gaps, like what's socially acceptable, was like church acceptable. I mean, like, I think it's like a lot of different.
Okay.
Was family acceptable? Okay. Was like black people acceptable? I don't know. I think it might be a couple of social.
That's true. That's true.
Somebody said 4 years, that's light work. Y'all hooking me up. 10 years is a little distance. Go ahead.
10 years senior makes sense, but 10 years my junior, LOL.
I don't see me dating a 20-year-old. That is hilarious. Okay. 4 years backwards is not an issue, but laugh out loud, not forward. Oh, interesting. So you would date someone 4 years younger, but not 4 years older? This is all really interesting.
See, I told you this was going to be.
This is interesting.
So let me tell you where I got this topic from.
Okay, go ahead.
So, the incident with the Celtics head coach, I forget his name right now, but he's in a relationship with Nia Long, and and people are like, oh man, how can you cheat on Nia Long? Because Nia Long is so beautiful. Okay, so first of all, it doesn't matter how beautiful you are to get cheated on. Like
that's for sure.
Like,
yes,
beauty, smart, how much money you bring in,
right?
You the boss, whatever.
Yeah, that
makes no difference on whether somebody is you're worthy of not being cheated on, right?
Correct.
Because cheating and loyalty and dedication and commitment is all about that singular person. That person that did it has a commitment issue. Hence, they are not married and they have children. So hence, they've been dating for a long time.
They've been doing a lot of dating.
They've been dating for a long time.
Yeah.
So hence, there is a commitment issue. There are some underlying issues there. So that's one thing we see in that. But anyway, but one of the commentators, because now everybody is getting paid for their opinion except me. I do not get paid for my opinion. My YouTube that has not monetized any of Dating God's Way stuff.
Not yet.
I have nothing on Facebook that's monetized, so I do not get paid. All my opinions are worthless. They are they are free.
Oh, Pastor.
So anyway, I saw somebody commenting, and he was like, "Oh well, she's this much older than he is, so that should have been a red flag already." I was like, "Okay."
Because she's older than him.
Because she's older than him by many years, or probably like that 10-year difference, or what? Well, she's almost in her. If she's not in her 50s, and he's like just got in his 40s, so the commentator was pretty much like, that should have been a red flag right there, so I had opinions about that. So now I'm sharing, my opinions and thoughts about age ranges.
Well, I will say that on that example, that I do feel like there is often different maturity levels between women and men.
Okay.
Got you. Like I was 21, we got married.
Yeah.
I was ready to be married.
Okay.
Like, right.
Your choice.
Yeah, right. Like, I was ready to take on some responsibility.
Yeah.
Right. And all the things. And so I do think in some cases, women do mature a little faster than men.
It's true.
I think so.
It's true. I believe that to be right.
And so I do think, since we know that's right, I think the age conversation then does make a difference in some ways. I think that it does make a difference when you talk about maturity.
Okay.
I think it could be maybe not necessarily a yes or no, like don't do it at all, but something to be like an awareness. The maturity factor as an awareness when you start talking about age.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah,
we're already getting questions. Go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm not playing with all these views. And I believe I believe that, okay, so there are in church and our services, we're talking about religion, right? And part of my religion is like, ain't no way you should be like a 70-year-old man dating like a 20-year-old lady.
First of all, stop making everything about religion.
That's my religious thought. I'm religious in that. I'm not religion as far as religion, but religion as far as
you just have traditional ways. You have traditional ways of thinking. That is not equal religion. Stop that. Y'all, Vesta is out of control with this religious stuff.
Yeah, you like my broadcasting skills, Nichelle? So anyway, so I don't think it's healthy for the young lady at 20.
You go on mute when you change views. Stop. Okay, go ahead.
I go on mute?
Yes, when you change views. Go ahead.
Who said that?
The people on the YouTube. Go ahead, honey.
That's not right.
Stop switching.
Okay, I will stop switching. So here we go. Y'all ready for this?
I know it's late. So y'all know it's already a whole thing tonight.
Oh, I know why I go on mute. I got it. Okay. So here we go. if a older gentleman is 70 and 80 years old, and I get it, you know, he still wants that companion, and you know, he want that young spirited person, you know, and that makes him smile and happy, and yet, you know, he's able to attract a 20-something-year-old, and I just feel like it's just something not healthy.
if she's 50 and he's 70, I'm just asking.
50, I believe at 50 you are mature. I believe at 50 you have seen the world.
40 and 70.
I believe even at 40 you've seen the world. Even at, but like 35 and 70. You kind of like
everybody 30. Like, what are we talking about? 70 and 80?
So, you know, and I think they have the terms for women as far as cougars, right? But yeah, I just think it's something.
If you get over a certain age, you should not be dating a younger person.
I don't know how they can relate to you on the level that.
But some people just want to be taken care of. Some people just want to be like taken care of.
Right, and some people just want that insurance money. Hey, you know, it's for the 20-year-old. Hey, you only got a couple of more years anyway. Let me get that insurance money. You know, I'll be good to go when you croak.
I mean, I will say though, that's the thing about dating someone older, is that it is like the life quality.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, like we're just talking tonight. We're not like making judgments. No judgment. It's a no judgment zone tonight. But it is like a factor of like the older you get, like there could be more like taking care of a person. You got to think about like health things. So I think there are some considerations too in dating older.
Yeah,
dating in different generations. Before we even go into
I like
generation stuff.
I like what Sinbad said. He said I can't date no young woman. He said I'm at the age I need to know that you need to know I'm having a stroke. You know, I need you to be able to recognize these signs when something's going on. But you know, it's funny.
Honestly, they can go to the senior home.
It's funny, but it's real. It's funny, but it's real. But I mean, but it's happening because, you know, I don't know. When I look at the landscape of relationships right now, or you know, men to women, women to men, it's you're almost relegated at have to consider somebody that's kind of outside of your outside of your boxes of age that you've been considering.
But somebody said dating older comes with SSI, retirement, insurance policy. So I mean, like they just saying like there are some other considerations.
There are some other considerations, and you know, and as we say, you know, hey, you know, I don't, you know, from this point in, you know, I don't pay those bills or whatever. I don't pay your bills, so I don't regulate, you know, where anybody lay their head or whatever. But at the same time, man, it's like, what do you really get out of
dating so older?
They dating, you know, so older. And
I think when you're talking about age, I do think there are a couple of things you have to think about, right? I think maturity is one, but then also like some amount of compatibility.
Good.
When you date older or you date younger, you have to think about, you know, I saw somebody talked about immaturity. And like what you may consider immaturity, that person may consider as just living life. Mm-hmm. It's how they like to live. And to you, it might be immaturity. To them, it might be cool beans. You know, it's just how they live, right?
And I'm thinking of like energy. How much energy? You know, somebody that's older, whether they're man or woman, you know, not maybe, but you know, sometimes they are done with the trips and
interest. That's a good way to say it.
And stuff like that.
Interest.
You know, well, I think
I'm gonna be young a long time.
I think that was a TV show I was watching where, you know, one person they like to stay in, you know, they want a club, you know, because they young, they full of energy, they want to be out and at it, and the older person's like, I want to stay at home and chill. I want to, look at TV, look at the football game, and and so because they lived that, they've done that life. So and how do you? I don't know how do you be with somebody that you've been there, done that, and they're just getting to it.
Yeah, they're just getting into all the things.
Yeah.
So I think that those are factors you have to think about when you're dating older and or dating younger is lived experience, lack of and or plethora of, having a lot of.
Right.
Either of those things I think can definitely be some caution areas. I think right now this whole idea of cougars and all these different things, has come from the fact of the dating pool. Like the dating pool is a little interesting.
So I pulled up this, and the question is, age disparity.
Okay.
How much of an age difference is okay when dating?
Okay.
And this rule is half your age plus 7.
No, wait a minute. Half their own plus 7. Oh, half your age plus 7. Okay, I see.
Half your age plus 7.
Okay, so if you're 30, that would make 15 plus 7 would be 22. So if you're 30, you can date somebody 22.
Interesting.
Or if you're 22, you can date somebody 30. I don't know. That sounds like a crazy rule.
That sounds like a weird rule to me too. Yeah.
That sounds like a crazy rule.
Yeah. Okay. So I told a guy he was old enough to be my dad. Ouch. Wow.
And he was still willing to give it a try. I put him in the ozone quick.
Right.
Yeah. And so, look, I guess it's story time.
Uh-oh.
I have dated older, much older. Okay, and so
before I knew.
I said dated. So y'all know I ain't been dated since I've been married, y'all. I hope y'all all know that on a dating God's way. But so I dated, let's see, 15 years my senior. 15 to 16 years my senior. And so I was maybe 20. Yeah, I think I was 20 and I dated 36. So I guess a couple of things that I would say about dating older. I think that I think all of the things we talk about is our issues. Like that person already has children. That person has like a lot of different lived experience. But one of the things that I think is really key is the introduction to things. Like when you date somebody in a different age range, like there's just introduction to things that you're just not introduced to. I think that's like from the younger side, me, the interest that I had in like things I like to do. And then that person, introduction into things that you don't consider, right? Like now that I've been 36, I know like, man, like you kind of like in a like maybe a prime career space and or like you getting a little older, like you're starting to have some different things happening with you, like physically, and like different things are happening. Right. You're getting close to 40, right? And so I think that for me dating someone 16 years senior, I think that it was an interesting, particularly that person being the man, with a lot of different aspects of like, I didn't have children yet. So like having that whole dynamic, it was just a lot of different things.
Yeah, he had an issue. He had mental issues.
You guys, y'all don't listen to Pastor tonight. He is don't listen to Pastor tonight, y'all. Y'all know he about to cut up. But so I do think that all of those things are factors, things to think about. I do think 16 years, in my opinion, was too older.
So I believe my mom, and I heard some people say that when I was dating, they thought that I was gonna get somebody older, that I was gonna end up marrying older than I was because of my thought to be maturity, which I played that role good. But yeah, so but even though E is 4 years younger than I am, in some ways she was mature, much more mature than I was, right? And so we kind of balanced out. We met from a maturity level and not necessarily from an age level. Our maturity balanced out our age, but that's about. And I'll go with this as my long standing theory is that about 4 year age difference is about a 4 year maturity between that man and the woman.
I agree with that.
Yeah, and I think I just think that's just the way we are built, or the way we've come up. I mean, some women some ladies they had to do life on their own a lot longer than the man at that point of their life.
We were independent a lot longer,
and they had to make those mature decisions. See, as a man, even if a man is independent, a man can still make immature decisions and not be knocked for it. Even though you can be independent at the same age, but our decisions and judgments aren't really under scrutiny until we get about 26, 27, or 30. But a young lady, the spotlight is 20. On her at a very young age. So I mean but that's my opinion and my theory.
You ready to get into these questions?
Oh yeah.
You gotta go way up.
Yeah, the thought of considering
way up.
The thought of considering
39 to 40 is scary, not realistic.
What's 39? Oh, for her, 39.
For her, yeah.
Think about that. Okay.
Because she's saying like that age is too close to our age.
I know. In
her opinion.
I hear what she's saying. But love does love has can with that thought. Can you love somebody beyond
age? I don't know, Pastor.
You don't know?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I think there are factors that you have to consider because things are going to come up that are real things that you just can't wash over with love sometimes.
Okay.
Like, I just think like you have to have some realities about what it means to be with somebody 10 years older. If it's
I know, but if they coming in at 30, I don't know. That's a good answer. But if they 39 or 40, I'm expecting, and I'm not. And it's not material. It's not material. It's not material. But they coming with the level of stability. They should be.
Let me just say, because you get into our question. If you get to the question, this is because the thank you. The question is about this here. So let's just get to the question so that I can answer it fully. Yeah. So how does the being different generations affect dating? Imagine dating someone in Gen Z or Gen X. Okay. And so we are Gen X.
Move your phone further that way.
Okay. So we are Gen X, right? And so someone then Gen Z, are you guys Gen Z that's on here tonight? 20s, early 30s. Are you guys Gen Z? Gen Z and then Gen X. I mean, I think the main thing is how you tell me to go further away and then you come close.
Because I put mine in airplane mode so it'll stop sending signals. I can still hear the cracking in the speakers.
And so how do you then do different generations affect? And I think that this is what I want to get into here. It's like, I don't know that love is just going to wash over generational stuff.
Okay.
Like, there are generational differences, I do think, possibly, right? This isn't like a blanket rule. But I do think that there are a millennial and then somebody. If I think about the people I went to school with, here we are. Let's get into this. Here we are. If I think about the people that I went to school with,
here we are.
They're in different places in life. but there are some generational like similarities of people that I graduated from high school with. So could I then imagine someone that I went to high school with, right, with a millennial? I don't know. I think generationally, there are different things that could affect dating. And I think that, I mean, it's like you have to think about experience, lived experience, all those things. Maybe it could work out, maybe.
So I think,
but would it come back to bite them at some point in their life? I don't know.
So I think every generation has their own culture, right?
Sure.
And so will the older generation accept what the younger generation, if they're dating, would that older generation accept the culture that person bringing in, and will the younger generation accept the culture of the older generation, whatever those cultural norms are? Can it? I think it could. I think it could happen, but I think there. I mean, and all relationship has to have some give and take.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, with these generational pieces, I think you are asking someone to, pretty much put it all on the line, to explore this cross-generation dating thing.
I think for me though, it's not dating. It's like you're asking someone to do that for a long time. Like you're asking somebody to do that for years. Because that person's always going to be getting older, right? So like, it's like, like you're not just asking somebody to do. It's not a one time. Like that's what I think about. It's not like a one time, like, oh, we dating. But it's like marriage, and then it's like that person gonna keep getting older. So it's like,
well, you're gonna everybody's gonna get
gonna get older, but that person's gonna get older faster. So it's like
no, everybody's getting older together.
No,
everybody's getting older together.
Gap, if there's like a 10-year, 15-year gap, that person is getting older 10 to 15 years faster than you are. So I'm just asking, like, what the effects of that, because you're not just making a decision, a one-time decision for dating. You're like making a lifetime decision to like care for that person, and or I don't know. I just think like there are things you have to think about.
It's a thing.
I think you have to think about those things, and later on, things could, could change. You could have children. Like I just think there are things you just have to consider.
Things you have to consider. Okay. I think there are a lot of things that you have to consider when you're talking about
age.
When you're talking about age.
So somebody also asks, like, how old is too old? Like, and I'm like, we can't answer that.
Thank you. We can't answer.
We can't answer how old is too old. Like, how old is too old? Right? It's like. But she's like, how old is too old for me now? We don't know. It's up to you. But we're giving you the considerations of things you should think about when you're making this decision.
But I think you should take them through the test of, or through the testing of family and friends to say, okay, this person is all right. or I think this person may be a little bit, too young or too old for you.
Yeah. It's the person, because that's what my grandmother did, right?
Yeah, right.
My grandmother was like, child, she ready to get married. She got her head on, she this, she that. It is your family that sometimes can take those and say like yes or no.
It's the person. That's what it comes to. It's the person.
It's the person.
I mean, because I've seen some they're the same age and they're both immature.
Okay,
so
but
we're gonna say immature.
We're gonna say immature because we don't supposed to say crazy.
But
yes, I think that what Kanisha's saying is right about stability. Like stability is a point and factor.
Absolutely.
Stability and maturity are two big components of making the decision. right? Making the decision about age.
And how you think about stability goes into your mature thoughts, how you think about, or it comes from a mature place, how you think about stability.
Yeah, like, and getting into this question, like, what about the stigma of a younger person is using the older person for money, etc. Whether question or unbelief. I think that stigma is just ridiculous sometimes. Yeah. Like, it can be vice versa.
Yeah, that's true.
Anybody could be using anybody for money, sex, or whatever. And I think that just gets
using them, as we say, as their dime piece.
Yeah, it just gets misconstrued, right? Like, me and Pastor Will was only 4 years apart, and still it was like rumors of like, I wanted him for his money and this and that. And I'm like, yo. So I think that stigma just exists. Yeah. But in some cases, it's not even for real. That's what I gotta say about it. Okay, but somebody said so some people lying about their age too. They be 40 talking about they 30 to 35. Which is true. You do have that, but I think you got to do some verification. You got to get some verification going on with these facts, because I do think that there is I think too, it comes down to the person. I do agree with Pastor Will with that. But when you start going 10, 15, 20 years, y'all, you do got to think forward to the future.
Yeah.
You got to think about quality of life, y'all. Yeah. That's just my opinion. Because tonight is just about opinions tonight.
Well, I mean, and mind you, like, say you do get with a younger person, right?
That's true. Yeah. And you the person getting with a younger person.
Right. You the person getting with the younger person. You have to factor in what else are they bringing to the table? Are they on their growth of where they are? Have they, are they in the middle of their education, or are they in the middle of, working up their ladder? Are they in their career? Are they not in their career? All those things that could come with the younger person if you are already established where you are.
Yeah, but also like quality of life for you. That, like, if you're the older person, like, is it somebody that will take care of me? Is it somebody that is willing to, like, could I imagine this person with me, if my parents pass away, or if, like, all of those things are considerations, I think, at any age. But especially when you start talking about older, I think you have to really think about this person's like caring nature.
And then you got to get into what's that? Not self-security. What is it?
Sufficiency.
Not self-sufficiency, but the insecurities.
Oh, insecurities.
When you get into the insecurities,
that age stuff.
About, if you are older, start thinking about, well, maybe they want somebody younger now, or maybe,
yeah, right. You can't deal with none of that. You gotta be secure.
You gotta be secure, and, or, even if that person is older, maybe they missed out on something and whatever. So you have to battle all those internal insecurities that may come up.
Yeah. So the question tonight is age nothing but a number?
Yeah.
And I think, what'd you say?
I think age is more than a number.
I think age is more than a number. I'm with Pastor Will. I think age is more than a number.
I think age is part of the factor. I think age is, when they was born, the days they've been here on earth.
Yeah.
But I don't think age is the only factor.
It's not the only factor, but it has to be a factor.
If it is a factor.
It has to be a consideration.
Yeah.
I think there has to be some consideration about what it means to date older or younger. And it is about the person, the two people, the person being yourself, what your tolerance level is, what your space in life is, what your desires are, and the person, who they are, where they are in life. All of those things are considerations.
I think maturity is the factor, though.
Maturity is, yes, I think maturity is the factor, and or when you have, well, I guess. I mean, I think maturity and compatibility.
Compatibility,
absolutely. Because you can have people that are of different ages, but they're still compatible.
Yeah.
They are still, you know, on the same level, even though their ages might be different. Sometimes that's true too. Child. So yeah, this was age is more than a number.
Age is more than a number.
Age is more than a number.
It's more than a number. So what y'all think?
Yeah, what y'all think about this topic tonight? I do have a hot topic for a coming up dating God's way. That I want to talk about with you guys. And this is Pastor Will's topic tonight. I want to give y'all my topic really quickly. We want to know what you thought about tonight, and I want to preview my topic for you guys.
Oh, so I'll say this before you preview, you go to the next thing though. But going back to the example I had about Nia Long and the guy and my thoughts about that, right? I don't think age was a red flag. That okay, so she's a number of years older than he is. I mean, I think she reached the age of 50 and he reached the age of 40. I think they both experienced life a bit much. I don't think that
maybe they grew apart.
Maybe they grew apart, but I don't think age alone is a red flag.
Yeah.
Right. And you can be attracted to somebody that's your senior.
Yeah, that's younger or older.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if one of the people, in this case the man, didn't make certain considerations or didn't deal with certain things as it relates to his maturity and or his sleeping aroundness, whichever one it is, then I think that has to do with that person more than it has to do with his age.
For sure.
Okay.
Right. What's your preview?
So my preview is when looking for a mate, is there a such thing as having too high of spiritual expectations? When looking for a mate, is there a such thing as having too high of spiritual expectations? That is my preview, guys, for our topic that is upcoming. What y'all think? OMG.
I like that, Yvette. No matter the age, healing and wholeness is needed.
Yes. For sure. That is for sure.
Yeah, Tara said, gotta weigh all things, not knocking older or younger, but there are things to consider and think through before jumping in.
Absolutely. Yes, and yes. Hey, Max Mello, thanks for joining tonight.
Yeah.
Love that.
Sir.
Hey, sir. Thanks for joining.
You're a new YouTube
viewer. Yes, make sure you hit subscribe.
Welcome, subscribe and like.
Welcome. You. So that's what my topic is. Can you stand this be too high spiritually? I want to get into it on dating God's way, and I would love to. If you guys want to, that's just a little preview. But if you guys want to get your questions ready, get them ready. Because we're going to get into that maybe next week.
Yeah. Do your mate need to be speaking in tongue before they come approach you? I don't know.
Do they got to be speaking in tongues? Do they got to be a pastor, a preacher? What it got to be like? Do they got to be walking around the house praying 15 times a day? What is the answer, y'all? So, yeah, that's what we're going to talk about. I don't see some people saying nothing. What y'all think about our new topic? What y'all think about our upcoming topic? Y'all scared? What y'all think?
Yeah, we might have to keep this on YouTube. I don't know. I think I like YouTube.
Yeah, at least at Jesus. Go ahead. Okay, depends on what is important and what should be important long term.
Absolutely,
okay.
Yeah.
Love that answer.
Like that.
Yes. Okay, so y'all got a preview and check us out again in our next Dating God's Way session. But thanks for joining us for age. Is age a factor? And we've determined that it is. It's more than a number. Okay. Love you guys.
Yeah. So hey, check us out every Tuesday night. We live. Tuesday. We usually go on about 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Tonight we just had some things to do. We try to get all reconfigured Africa after
I just got back.
The team getting back home from South Africa.
And my new job. It's been a lot of things.
And the new job.
For sure.
It's been a whole lot of things.
We'll be back. We're glad to be back.
We're glad to be back.
We're glad to be back.
It's fun. All right, y'all. Well, here we go. Nice meeting you too, Max. Yes, sir.